Hi, I'm Matt from Rideminded, and today I'm here to talk to you about the Sullivan Safeguard 16-inch bicycle. It's designed for kids from 3 to 6 years old, and it's the ideal first pedal bike to get them out riding. What makes it a great first bike to learn how to ride is it comes with these really cool tool-free training wheels. So they're super easy to take off and on. You don't need to take any tools with you to the park. If you think the young rider is ready to have a crack at riding with no training wheels, you simply just undo this dial that's equipped on the outside and you can take the training wheels off super easy. Another great feature on this bike is the 3-piece rubber pad section that protects the riders against any unlucky bumps. You can see that the rubber is super soft and offers great protection for the rider. When kids are learning to ride, they might need a helping hand. That's why we've got this really cool seat with a built-in parental handle underneath. So if they need that little push or they need help slowing down, simply place your hand underneath and you can push the bike along or you can slow it down. Super helpful. The seat itself comes with great padding, so it's super soft and comfortable for the riders. We take safety seriously on this bike. Featured on the front fork is this front axle cover. What that does is it covers up the sharp edges of the front axle, provides more safety to the rider. Also featured is this chain guard that provides more protection for the rider. Okay, up at the handlebars, we've got this super soft custom grip that we developed. It's great for young riders. It's got a flanged outside edge to stop hands from slipping off, plus a super soft compound that's nice and grippy. That allows kids to stay in control when they're riding. To make sure they can stop when they need to, it comes with this powerful front V-brake with a specially engineered brake lever that's designed for small hands. And of course, a bell for warning people when they're coming through. Also specified is front and rear reflectors as well as on the wheels. Keep everything running smooth, we specified this super neat slim stack headset as well. And of course, we can't talk about a bike without talking about its wheels. And on this bike, we've specified a lightweight aluminium rim, and that's mounted on this smooth roll tire with enough tread to take on a bunch of different surfaces. And on the back, we've got a freewheel, and on the other side, we've got our coaster brake for pulling that first big skid. And the pedals we've specified are kid specific that are designed with heaps of grip to keep their feet planted when they need to be. Another great feature is this quick release, which is really easy to operate to adjust the seat height. So as the kids get taller, all you simply need to do is undo the quick release, slide our seat up to the right height, and close that quick release. Super easy, you can do it on the fly and you don't need any tools. Now that you know about the Safeguard 16-inch bike, let's put one together. Let's get it out of the box. All right, now what you'll find in the box is the bike, front wheel, training wheel assembly, fork covers, pedals, training wheels, and the seat. To put it together, we're going to need a few tools. First one, Phillips head screwdriver, 6mm Allen key, and a 15 and a 10mm wrench. All right, now let's put it together. First step, we're going to put the seat in. So we'll grab our seat here, and we've got a quick release mechanism here, which makes it really easy to adjust the height. So all you need to do is simply unfold that like that. It'll be nice and loose. We'll get our seat and we'll slide it in, noting this minimum insertion line. So we must insert the seat past that line. Double check that it's lined up, and then we can fold this quick release mechanism here. And we just want to fold it till it's nice and firm, just like that. Next, we're going to do the pedals. So the pedals are left and right specific, and we've marked them with a sticker on each. So left side, right side. Really easy to match up, because on the crank arm, it'll note what side it is. So this one here says it's the right side, so we'll grab the right pedal, and we'll put that on, and we'll thread that on just by hand, and we'll just turn that thread in the direction marked on the sticker, which is in a forwards direction, just like that. And we'll thread that all the way on, and then to tighten it up, we're just going to grab our 15mm, we'll get that, and we'll just tighten that pedal up just till it's firm, and that's enough. And we'll repeat the process for the left-hand side. So we'll just grab that left-hand pedal, double checking the direction on the sticker of the crank arm, and we'll just thread that one on. And we'll just tighten that one up. All right, so that's our pedals installed. For the next step, we're going to put the handlebars on. So first step, just remove this cap off the bottom. So we'll just get this wedge, put it in position, so we can slide it down into the stem, like so. Now we need to spin our handlebars up. So to do that, I'm gonna grab our 6mm, and we're gonna take this cover off, our protective cover, put that down there for later. What we're gonna do is grab our 6mm, and we're just gonna loosen off these stem bolts. Okay, so once we've loosened those bolts, we're just gonna get our handlebars, and we're gonna rotate them up, just like so. So we just wanna double check the position, make sure they're in the center, and then we can just tighten up those bolts. We just wanna make sure when we tighten these bolts that we do them evenly. Just give them a half a turn each and swap between the two. And that'll give us a nice even clamping force. So that should just be tightened up nice and firm. We'll just double check all the bolts. So there's 2 on the front and then there's 2 on the back. So once we tighten the handlebar to the stem, we just want to tighten the handlebars to the frame. To do that, we just get our Allen key and we just tighten up this bolt that sits in here. Double check that those handlebars are straight. Just tighten that bolt until it's nice and firm. Once that's nice and firm, we can get our protective cover and simply just clip that back over the top, just like so. And then we can just adjust our reflector by using our Phillips head screwdriver. Just make sure that's pointing forward, and we just tighten that up. After we've assembled our handlebars, we just want to adjust our brake lever, just so it's not facing straight down. We just want to get it facing outwards, just so the rider can grab it. We just want to loosen off the bolt that sits in behind here. We'll adjust the brake lever till it's at a pretty good angle, something like that. That should be nice and comfortable for the rider. And we'll just tighten that one up. Just want to double check our bell's nice and secure as well. Just use our screwdriver to tighten that one up. All right, that's our handlebar assembly complete. So for the next step, we'll put our front wheel on. We just want to unclip these brakes. All you simply need to do is just squeeze them together, and this will pop out of here, just like so. So once we've got the brakes open, we can insert the front wheel. We can check the rotation direction, which is just marked on the side of the tyre here. Double check. The rotation direction's going forward, same as the wheel, should match the back one as well. We'll just loosen these off. So there's 2 parts to the front wheel. First is the nut, and the next one is this little hook. We just want to push both of those outwards, just like that. And what we'll do is we'll get our wheel, place it here, lift it up by the handlebars, and we'll just slot that into place. So to tighten up our front wheel, we'll get our hook washer, we'll place that in there, so the hook goes into this hole that sits in here and sits firmly in place. We'll then get the nut, and we'll just thread that nut on top of it. Then we'll get our 15mm that we had before, and we'll just tighten that one up till it's nice and firm. Just like that, that's fine. And then we'll repeat the process on the other side. All right, now that both sides are firmly secure, what we can do is we can put our axle covers on this. So the first step is putting the axle covers on. Grab our screwdriver. We just want to unscrew this little screw that sits in the fork. To finish off the front wheel assembly, we'll just grab our axle cap. We'll get our screw. Put our screw inside of it, just like that. Sit this over the top. We just put that in place with our screwdriver. We just screw it in, just like so. And that's our axle cap secured. And we'll just repeat the process for the other side. Okay, so that's our front wheel assembly complete. Next step of the process is we're going to set up our front brake. So to do that, what we want to do is we just want to loosen off these brake pads so we can put them in the correct position. And we'll just do that with our Allen key. So we just insert it, just loosen it off. You can rotate those pads just so they can move around freely. And what we want to do is just use this as a lever, like this. And we just want to line up that brake pad. So when the brake goes in, the brake pad pushes down on the braking surface on the rim, just like this. So once we've got that in the correct position, we just want to get our Allen key and we'll just tighten that one up. We'll just double check that position, check it's all right. And then what we want to do is we just want to repeat the process on the other side. Okay, so once we've set up the other side brake pad, what we can do is we can reconnect the brake. To reconnect the front brake, we just want to squeeze these two together and hook the brake cable in just like this. So it sits nice and firmly and securely just inside of the cradle, just like that. Then to make sure we've got it set up correctly, we just want to double check the brake lever, that when we pull the brake lever, the pads contact the rim and the brake lever doesn't hit the handlebar. So we've got that set up just about perfect. All right, now that we've got the front brake working correctly, we'll move on to the final step of the process, which is the training wheels, which is super easy to install. So we've got these really easy tool-free training wheel dials. So these here don't require a tool to install them. So it's really good when you get down to the park. It's really easy to take them off and on when you're trying to teach kids how to ride. So to install these tool-free training wheels, we simply unwind this nut, just remove the nut and the washer, just leaving this in place. Get our training wheel, slide the training wheel on, like so. Then we'll get this spring washer, slide the spring washer on. Then we'll get this training wheel dial, then we'll slide that on. And all we got to do, just tighten that one up. So we just tighten that one firmly by hand, just like so. And we'll repeat the process on the other side. All right, so that's the training wheel installed. So you can adjust the height of them really easy. So all you got to do is just wind your dial back and you can slide it up and down to adjust the height for the rider, depending on how confident they are with their training wheels. So we'll just leave this in its lowest setting for now. It should be like your beginner setting for the riders. If the rider's starting to get a bit more confident and you want to get them riding without training wheels, simply undo this dial, slide off the spring washer, slide off the training wheel, slide the washer back on, grab the dial, tighten the dial up, and the rider's ready to give it a crack with our training wheels. That's how you assemble the 16-inch Safeguard bicycle. We hope you enjoyed the video. Have fun riding. I'm Matt from Rideminded. I'll catch you next time.